Creating a passive income through Etsy can be a great way to start an online business, but it can come with a few challenges. I wanted to make a video talking about how we can make money with an Etsy store, but very easily. And one of the primary hurdles is going to be the fact that people are going to want to start earning money with their Etsy store right off the bat, or they want to set up their Etsy store and start making money within the next 6 months, let's say. And that time frame can be very daunting, and especially when you haven't started a shop at all and you don't know what you're doing. However, with the right strategies and tools, this can be completely possible. And you could generate an income with minimal ongoing efforts. And a key resource in this journey is going to be the free tool that is known as Canva. Now, Canva is going to be a user-friendly design tool that allows you to easily design products to sell. And when we utilize Canva, we can create these designs that are very eye-catching and appealing to people without a lot of effort. So we can make these designs on Canva and then take them on over to a printing on demand service. And then these printing on demand services will be able to print our designs for us, and we don't have to worry about inventory. And as you embark on this journey, I will say it is good to start out with realistic expectations. You don't want to expect to be making $1 million within your first month, because creating a steady passive income is going to take a little bit of effort. So within this video, I want you guys to gain some insights on how Etsy works, how printing on demand works, and how we can leverage different tools to make our passive income source. And I just want to mention the YouTuber Wholesale Ted. I've been watching a lot of her videos recently, and she talks about how she personally set up an Etsy store and how much money she's made with an Etsy store. So I took a lot of inspiration from her channel over there, because her channel really revolves around talking about how you can make money with printing on demand and making money with Etsy, and she makes money with it, so she knows what she's talking about. Starting a new Etsy store can be a little scary because of the fact that there are so many different sellers on Etsy. And just saying this fact, it can set a lot of people back. They could be thinking, well, why should I start selling products if people are already out there selling products? And many people express these doubts and say that the platform of Etsy is too overcrowded, meaning they won't be able to make any money on it. But let me tell you, there is hope for us. There's hope with this little plan that I've created. And the first part of the plan is going to be talking about what type of products do we need to sell on Etsy in order to succeed. And selecting popular products is going to be crucial in your success with an Etsy shop. Because when you are listing products that are in demand, your visibility is going to be boosted, meaning more people are going to see your products. And understanding different market trends and consumer preferences is also essential here. Therefore, before you start your shop, I would highly suggest you do a little bit of research. And one very effective way to find out what exactly is on demand is to just go onto Etsy itself and see what shops are flourishing, what shops are getting a lot of sales, what products are people actually buying, and what products are people leaving positive reviews on. And not only could you go on Etsy, but you could also go on different social media platforms as well. And having this research will just help you pinpoint what types of products you should sell for your own shop. Now, a valuable resource for those who are looking to sell something on Etsy, but they don't want to exactly create the product physically themselves, they can hop on over to a printing on demand service that is known as Printify. That's the one that I'm going to mention in today's video. But Printify offers a wide variety of different products that you can put custom designs on, and it makes it super easy to create your own products without actually having to physically do the labor and create your own products. And among the various products that are available, there are a lot of different things, such as t-shirts or mugs, or even different shoes or hats or phone cases. So having all of these different types of products, you are able to cater to different audiences and put maybe just funny text on a t-shirt, because who doesn't want a funny t-shirt? I mean, my t-shirt's pretty simple. It's just a Sabrina Carpenter t-shirt, and I love it. But by focusing on high quality and eye-catching designs, you'll be able to attract more customers and drive more sales ultimately. And remember, you guys, the key here is going to be staying updated with different trends. Now, 5 years ago, things were trending a lot differently. I think it was probably more than 5 years ago, fidget spinners were trending, and that was a trend. Now they're not so much a trend anymore, so I would highly suggest you pick something else than fidget spinners to design. But I know one very popular trend right now would be just phone cases. And phone cases will be trending for a while now because chances are most of you guys have a phone and you want some sort of protection for your phone. So you could focus on creating different designs on a platform such as Canva. You could create trending patterns such as leopard print. That's a very big one. I do want a leopard print phone case. Or you could make cute little animals wearing a bow like my phone case has. Wait, let me show you. Isn't it so cute? Who knows? You could have the next wildflower phone case business. And one effective method to selling on Etsy is to create innovative concepts. And what I mean here is combining different elements. You could take something from different niches and apply them to different products. And this approach encourages you to think outside of the box. You could create a t-shirt that is leopard print, and then you could create a phone case that is leopard print, and then see which one is doing better. Because 2024 is the year of the leopard print patterns. They're taking over, you guys. Encouraging creativity in a platform such as Etsy, because there are so many products, is very crucial in order for your stuff to stand out. And don't be afraid to experiment with different colors and different patterns and different quotes. Try some inspirational quotes. Try some funny quotes on a t-shirt. Another fun thing that makes your shop more appealing is having a personalization aspect where people could be like, hey, I want my t-shirt to say this, or hey, I want my phone case to have my name on it. So you could do things like that that will engage with your viewers even more. I would also always suggest that you ask for feedback. Don't be afraid to have some constructive criticism. It just means that your buyers are trying to help you. They're not trying to take you down, they're just being like, hey, it'd be nice if you had a phone case that had more leopard prints on it. I'm on the leopard print craze right now. Okay, so now that we've got a good gist of what we're kind of doing here, let's talk about exactly how to get started. And the first step is going to be just simply launching your online Etsy store. And to begin, all you're gonna need to do is maybe download the Etsy app. Not maybe, this is what you're gonna do. And all you need to do to get started is download the Etsy app or pull up Etsy on your computer. And you're going to either sign into your existing account or you're going to register a new account. Once you're registered, you can start setting up your store, and you can do this by clicking Sell on Etsy when you're setting up your account. When you're creating your store, pay close attention to the store settings and the naming of your store as well. Because you want to choose a name that is not only memorable, but it also relates to your shop. Oh, and you want it to be easy to spell. And if you're at a loss of what you want to name your Etsy store, you have no idea, I would suggest heading on over to ChatGPT and just ask them, hey, what's an idea for an Etsy shop name that has to do with selling beauty products? And then ChatGPT can give you a whole list, and then if you want more, you can be like, hey, I want like 100 names, and then they could give you 100 names. After setting up your store, you're going to need to link your billing information and payment settings. This is vital for transactions to be running smoothly. Okay, so now that we've hypothetically created our Etsy store, maybe you're creating it right now. If you are, then go you. If you aren't, then shame on you, click off of this. No, I'm kidding. But next, you're gonna need to head on over to Printify. And on Printify, you're going to sign up and create your account or log into your existing account, if you have one. And this is where you are going to link your Etsy store to your Printify account. And this is just going to ensure that you are able to seamlessly sell your products without having to make the products yourself. When you are a new seller on Etsy, they will oftentimes provide you a number of products that you can list for free, because usually it does have a little bit of a fee when you're listing an item, but when you're a new seller, they're in your favor. And now with your account set up, hey, look at you, you're an entrepreneur. Now I know I touched base a little bit about what Canva is earlier on in this video, but I wanted to make a little section in this video talking about what Canva is exactly a little more in depth. So with Canva, again, all you're gonna need to do is create your account, and once you're in, you're in. And when you pull up Canva, there are going to be so many design options. You could create an Instagram post, you could create a thumbnail for a YouTube video, or you could also just make your own little designs, which in this case, that's what we're gonna be doing. And I personally have used Canva for YouTube and for school projects as well. And let me say, it is just so simple to use, but very effective, because they have a library of so many pictures that you can use, although be careful with copyright, make your own design, you guys. But they have a huge variety of different texts and colors and designs that you can utilize. And all you need to do is just drag and drop these elements onto your design that you are making. And this is going to be kind of the fun part because you can experiment with different texts and different colors and different layouts. But like I said, it is important to be aware of the legal considerations when using Canva because there are a bunch of free options. There are also paid options as well. So just make sure that you are checking the license agreements here because some images within Canva's gallery might be copyrighted while others might not be. Additionally, when you're designing products, be aware of the quality of what you're creating. And here I just mean to choose high quality images and text, but if you're using Canva, then the text will be high quality, they got you. And what I learned here is you just want to ensure that your graphics are at least 300 dpi, which means dots per inch. And that's just going to ensure that your image is not blurry and that it's going to look professional when it's printed onto something. And let's be honest, nobody wants to buy a t-shirt of something if the image is going to come out blurry when you're not intending to buy something that looks blurry. Another thing that you could do to stand out in a competitive marketplace is play around with different textures. And what I mean here is a lot of the time, some people like a distressed look on their clothing, or they like maybe a cut off neck that makes the t-shirt off the shoulder, which I'm a victim of that fashion. I do it a lot. And sometimes I'll buy a t-shirt and I'll cut the neck off of it. Now, although we might not be able to play too much around with the textures of a t-shirt that you're making, let's say, but you could give your designs a vintage and distressed look. And incorporating these different textures, you're able to provide this source of nostalgia through your clothing if clothing is what you're selling. In addition to using different textures and having these distressed looks, another idea would be to make sure that your brand is consistent. And what I mean here is just you're kind of sticking to one color palette or one kind of common theme. Now I know this isn't an Etsy store, but a shop that does a really good job of having this consistent aesthetic is going to be a shop that I found called Shop Coco. And as you can see, they have a lot of different shirts that play around with different movie characters, or they put Priscilla Presley on a shirt, but they do it either in a white t-shirt or in a pink t-shirt, and they all have this same vibe. Additionally, if you're creating a product that contains text, make sure the text is legible. You don't want to be picking a font that you cannot read at all. And having too many different fonts on one singular item can create sort of a clutter. So let's stay away from that. But I always want to encourage experimenting when it comes to creating different designs, because who knows, maybe you're creating the next big design. There's nothing wrong with following trends, but also following your own path as well and incorporating your own styles within your products. Now that we've talked about creating our products, what types of products to create, how we can create these products, let's talk about listing the products, because this is a very important step when it comes to making money on Etsy. How are you going to make money with your products if you don't list them? And one important step within this process is going to be creating a compelling title and description for your products. Your title should be very clear, but your description and your title should also include keywords to help buyers find your product. If you are listing a product that is a mug, you want to make sure to include the word mug within your description. You don't want to put t-shirt because people searching t-shirt will see a picture of your mug, and then that wouldn't make sense. Creating keywords that relate to your product and that are highly searched can help you perform better in search engines. And this is going to be called optimizing your search engine, which is search engine optimization. Another aspect to consider is what are you going to price your products as? And my advice for pricing your products would be to research different items that are similar to your item and see what other people are pricing their item as. Because this way you can find a fair pricing point that reflects the quality of your work and what your work is. And then also you're going to need to consider your own factors when choosing a price for your products, because you need to know how much it's going to cost to list your product on Etsy, how much it's going to cost to get this product from Printify. You do want to make sure that you yourself are making a profit. Additionally, the role of the quality of photos that you are listing on your shop play a very big role in who buys your products. Having high-resolution images that showcase your product from different angles can create a strong impression for buyers. And I'd say you'll see this a lot with t-shirts. You'll see different people posing with the t-shirts. Who knows? Maybe you ordered the t-shirt yourself and then you take some more compelling images than the images that Printify is giving you. And going back to that shop that is called Shop Coco, you can see they do this a lot with their own products. They hire different models that will model their clothing just to make it more fun and compelling and have a certain aesthetic and vibe. And by focusing on these key elements such as the title of your product, the optimized description of your products that include keywords, and the pricing and the photos, you can effectively set up your Etsy shop for success. Another effective method to increase your sales on Etsy is through ads. This is going to be an option where you can pay Etsy to promote your products for you, meaning they'll just show ads of it on people's Etsy feeds. If you have the budget to play around with, I would highly suggest you do so. And according to the YouTuber that I mentioned earlier, she's called Wholesale Teds, she talked about how when she started paying for Etsy ads, she noticed such a huge increase in sales. And she even mentioned within one of her videos about how she was very cautious on spending money for ads because she didn't know if it was going to be profitable. But after she started paying for these ads, she analyzed the return on investment and found that this is a really great thing to invest in. And after adding this additional exposure, she talks about within her content how when she paid for these ads, it resulted in a 150% increase in sales in just over a month. And as you can see here, this would definitely cover the advertising costs. And I just wanted to mention her success with paying for different ads because it shows that it can be beneficial for you in the long run. Even though you might be losing money in the moment, you are still earning more money in the future, which is something to keep in mind. Tracking your ad performance through Etsy's analytics tools is crucial because it will allow you to refine your strategy and rethink what you want to do. By optimizing your listings and leveraging Etsy's ads, you can effectively generate sales and grow your platform. Now let's do a little recap of this video. We talked about a lot of different aspects of creating an Etsy shop. So with our recap, first of all, we talked about how it's essential to pick the correct niche and also identify in-demand products. Next, you can utilize Printify and Canva to help you create compelling designs. And you don't even have to be necessarily a professional artist or a graphic designer to do so. Next, remember to optimize your titles and your descriptions for your products and incorporate keywords throughout your listings. This way, you will increase your chances of visibility within the platform. Additionally, consider implementing competitive pricing and leveraging Etsy's ads to reach a broader audience. The potential for passive income through creativity is significant, and we can see this through examples like Wholesale Ted, like I've mentioned throughout this video. But many sellers have transformed their artistic passions into this passive income. And like I said, you don't even necessarily have to be a professional artist to create compelling designs on Canva. I mean, you could literally create a mug that just has words, or a t-shirt that just has words, or a hat that just has words, or a little bow, or something cute, or a little alligator with a bow, which I love alligators with bows. That's like my new thing. I've been painting alligators with bows on everything. I painted it on a tote bag. I should put pictures of it actually. I painted it on a tote bag, I painted it on a wine glass, and I painted it on a little coconut bowl. So, alligators with bows. That might be my new Etsy shop. Hey, I'm gonna start listing my own stuff actually. By dedicating time to refine your product designs and your marketing strategies, you can build a store that not only lets you express your creativity, but it also builds you this passive income. And you can also connect with customers who also value your work and you're providing value to them. Now throughout this video, we've been talking about a passive income, a passive income, a passive income. And one of my favorite ways to generate a passive income is going to be through a YouTube channel. And you might be wondering, well, Kayla, what does a YouTube channel have to do with an Etsy store? Well, let me tell you, a great way to promote your Etsy store would be through a YouTube channel as well. And that's kind of just some free marketing. You could create content that has to do with the niche of your products that you are selling on Etsy, and then put links for these products in the description of your videos. And the plus here is you would be making 2 revenue streams and 2 passive revenue streams. So if you're interested in making money on YouTube without actually having to make videos, make sure to click on this video right here. There is a ton of value within it, and if you link doing what this video says with what this video talks about, hey, you might have just hit the gold mine. So make sure to check it out, and we'll see you guys there. Bye.